And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. Alexa, set a timer for 2 hours and 37 minutes. How are we all doing today? Someone reminded me, I said it last week, and it scared the shit out of them when their Alexa set off a timer. Look, don't watch me on a fucking TV or something with speakers. It's always a bad idea. You don't know what I'm going to bring up and you don't know who's listening. It could be Jesus, because apparently it's his birthday soon, even though we all know it isn't, for multiple reasons, not just the fact that he doesn't exist. But yeah, how are we doing? What are we up to? What are we doing for Christmas? I know what I'm doing. Not working, which I would normally be working, but I did all the work on Friday because I'm a psycho. That doesn't mean I haven't been working this week. But I did extras so I can have Christmas Day off, because otherwise people moan at me because they want to spend time with me at Christmas. Ugh. People loving you is like literally the worst. Don't you all agree?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Bollards, I'm late coming. Depending on where you are, being late coming is like ideal. I'll be honest. Cersic, opinion on the Irish Republican Army? No. Spoiled brat gets worldwide holiday for his birthday. And you know, if we're all God's children, what is so special about Jesus? I had someone fucking answer that to me once, like it wasn't a joke. They went, this is their for word they said. And, you know, I couldn't argue with that because it was gibberish. So I, stabbed them. Happy Christmas. I came for the
okay? You're very hyped.
I'm just trying to keep a set of energy going.
This is way too much energy for me.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Sick has decided to rain on my parade. That is her plan today.
It's just you just sound very hyped, that's all.
Anyway, my wife and I watch full screen Sick on our TV. Madness, I tell you. It can't be good. But the idea that I am sat in multiple people's living room, with my whiskey glass with a little Santa hat on it. I mean, it seems correct. It seems like the right thing to do. He's special because he's imaginary. That's fair. I mean, it is the one thing that is different between us and them.
That's what makes superheroes special.
True. You're in my bedroom, mateys. I'm in a lot of people's bedrooms. Not necessarily on the stream, it's just they think about me. They can't help it. If you stab someone, there's lots of red. That makes it Christmas themed. Only if you knock their teeth out.
As bad as you.
You what?
Chat are as bad as you.
Well, they're feeding off my energy. I feed off their energy. Everybody feeds, and then we explode.
And then you become the hive. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, alarms keep going off. Good. I'm hoping I set them all off. That is the way to do it. Yeah. So our Christmas Day is going to be. We've actually given all of our gifts that we bought have been given to a different member of the family, so they can have it under their Christmas tree, because we don't have one. We live in a flat and it's just not enough space. Sorry, we're not that Christmassy. But at least we got one of those tiny little Christmas trees you get.
I don't do decorations.
And we've had it for literally a decade now. And it's cute, but
I only have it because of the kids. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it.
We had it before the kids were old enough to even comprehend what a Christmas tree was. We have it because of me. I like Christmas trees. I'd have a full-size Christmas tree, but you'd moan.
I don't like them.
Huh? I know you don't. When eventually, if all the stars align and I can have a man cave, it's going to have a Christmas tree in it.
You can You can theme it however you like.
I'm going to have a Christmas-themed room 24/7. 365 days a year, except Christmas Day. I will take it all down for one night. Christmas Day, it will be bland as fuck, and then the rest of the year, it'll be completely Christmas themed, including any music being played having jingle bells added to it. That's how dedicated to that theme I'm definitely going to be. What do you eat for Christmas dinner? I was going to say people then, but
food.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Six's mum is having her first Christmas at hers because she was doing this like home business for a while, and it was the worst idea she's ever had. No offense, Miss Sick Mum, but my God, we knew it was a terrible idea from the start. It involved basically other people's work that she was capable of producing it herself, but she kept asking Mrs. Sick for it. It was ridiculous, and it cost thousands in equipment, and then barely anybody used it, and we could see that coming from a fucking mile away, and it took up all of her living room space, and it was just like, oh, come on. And she's finally sold it all, and we were like, called it. And she's going to have some space. She got her living room back, and yeah, now we can have a nice time, go over there. Should be good. Gift for me for the holiday. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. Why are you thanking him? It's not for you. It's for me.
Oh, right, the Christmas holiday. I thought it was like the holiday.
Yeah, no, not for the, for the holidays.
Right, okay.
For this time period. If people want to give us money...
I don't call it the holidays, that's why.
Well, technically, we haven't paid for the holiday yet, because we're paying for it in bits, so that when we get to it, it doesn't hurt as much. But yeah, boned and rolled turkey is a must. I think it's just going to be a full-sized bird of some description, whether it's a turkey or a chicken, I don't know. But yeah, the one thing I'm not looking forward to, I doubt she's even going to try, because she didn't try. But many years ago, we went over, and she offered me cauliflower cheese, which is something I very much enjoy. And she does not know how to make it, so she literally just got some cheese slices and put it onto hot cauliflower, and then went, there you go. It was not nice. It wasn't even as nice as that sounds.
It wasn't. It was cheap cheese as well. Like
yeah, it tasted
cheese.
really bad. Like, I ate it all because I'm a fat piece of shit. But I'm not because I'm nice. Didn't do it out of kindness. I'm like, it's there. Boned turkey sounds like a lawsuit. I mean, depends. Depends which bone you're using. Birds get the short end of the wishbone. Yeah, but if they pull it and then they say they wish to explode, they do. That's a fact backed up by science. A gift from Mrs. Six. Just say, keep your hands off of this.
Thank you.
But she already takes all of my money. What? I don't get any. But thank you anyway. So American cheese. Not American cheese. No. Just cheap. Just not good cheese. Anything plastic still tastes good with enough rum. Especially cups. Delicious cups. Nom nom nom.
Porcelain.
Cheap cheese, don't fart midnight. Yeah. I've never understood the whole thing about cheese giving people nightmares. That's never happened to me.
I just have nightmares anyway.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Sick has non-stop stress dreams, and I just have really fucking weird dreams about odd things. This is boring. You're boring, Benji, you little bitch. Fight me.
Go spend Christmas with your family then.
Yeah, if you want to see boring. And it's always boring. What are you talking about? Beer is for peasants, whiskey is for sick. I mean, that seems accurate. Oh, well, we were told, if you want anything to drink, or we've got his wine or beer. I was like, oh, fucking, I was going to bring my own whiskey anyway, but now I have to. Now I feel like I'm being forced to. I don't want to. Get all ODD in this bitch. Not having any cheese is my nightmare. Oh my God. Cheese is like my favorite thing. Mrs. Sick can't taste it. It's amazing.
I can live without cheese.
She doesn't know. Chat, she literally doesn't know. Anybody, if if you enjoy cheese, you know.
Cheese is nice when you have it with something else, so I can actually taste the cheese.
Cheese is the revenge of the cow. I mean, that seems accurate. But yeah, cheese on a pizza. Oh my God, so fucking delicious. Damn it, late again. And I have to leave work, holidays, and that crap, but have a great, merry, awesome, Sickmas, Xmas, Christmas 2-week bender. I wish it was a 2-week bender. I work through the holidays. I work through everything all the time. I don't have time off. I haven't had time off in literally years.
No, I have not tried Stilton.
Stilton is one of those things.
I'm quite picky with food anyway, and when I look at it, it looks gross.
So, I used to work at this pub, and they did stuffed mushrooms, and this was before I liked mushrooms, and I'd never particularly liked Stilton, but it was a big mushroom, and it had bread and fucking like breadcrumbs and Stilton on it, and then they'd bake it, and it would melt into this sort of mushroom pizza thing. They smell amazing, and I'd never tried one, and I kind of wish I had now. I probably would have fucking hated it at the time, but I feel as I grow older, I think it's as your taste buds just get weaker. They say that as you get older, your taste expands, but I think it's because it narrows and narrows and narrows. Because you can't fucking taste anything anymore, so you need stronger flavors. That's why old people do nothing but eat fucking boiled sweets.
You're saying I have an 80-year-old's tongue.
Basically, and it's only going to get worse. That's depressing, isn't it? Because you can already barely taste anything.
No, I'll just up it a bit. You know, like my peak spice that I can have at the moment. I'll just up that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you'll be just like sitting there putting hot sauce on your cereal.
Oh my god, hot sauce. Ugh.
You missed the worst thing earlier. Cats did a stream of the Star Wars Holiday Special. Now shut up and drink whiskey. Hugs and kisses. That does seem like something that was the worst thing ever. I can imagine it being quite bad. Chai Pakwai, one chip challenge.
Magic mushrooms and Stilton.
Oh, the spicy chip thing. Babes, would you ever do the spicy chip thing?
Spicy what?
It's like a tortilla that comes in a little pack, and it's like the spiciest fucking thing in the world, apparently. Would you do it?
I would try it.
Would you? I wouldn't. I'm not fucking stupid. I respect my asshole.
Yeah, but it doesn't even come out the other end hot for me.
Old people just munching on full cinnamon sticks.
I sit there like eating like, what was it? What was I eating? There's I was dipping something into like habanero sauce, and I just ended up like having it all by accident, and that was fine. That nothing happened from that.
I think this the chip is supposed to be significantly hotter than.
Right, and I'll look it up. Let's see what chili it actually has on it.
How many Scovilles? That completely scientific measurement. Did it once, never again. Yeah, I've never been one of these people that you can goad into doing something. You can goad me into doing something stupid if I already kind of want to do it. That's really easy. But you can't goad me into doing something I didn't want to do in the first place. Not without significant amounts of money. I can be goaded into a lot of stupid shit with money, I'll be honest.
16 million Scoville units.
Yeah, so it's kind of warm.
It says, for comparison, a jalapeno pepper is about 5,000. I like
jalapeno.
Jalapenos are just like tasty fruit.
Yeah, I really like the flavour of jalapeno. It can have a negative effect.
It's California Reaper pepper, that's why.
Well, there you go. I used to live in Scoville. Was it hot there? I hope it was hot there.
Advice: do not touch your face after touching the chip.
Do not touch your friends or family. You will never be able to touch your loved ones again. Justin Kane. 16 million Scoville. That is insane. It seems high. I'll be honest. From my untrained spice eye.
That is extremally high, yeah.
Red jalapenos, especially, are a wonderful candy pepper. Would never have considered a pepper candy. I mean, it was a few years before I realised most chili sauces are like really fucking sweet. Because you just assume, oh, that's just a hot sauce. And like, I've never been one to spice myself unnecessary. I like spicy dishes. I eat all sorts of curries that I really enjoy. But
my level of curry.
Like the necessity of a hot sauce just didn't appeal to me. So when I started having things with chili sauce in it, we had these really rather tasty chili infused salmon steaks the other day, and they were really nice. I really liked those.
They were plain to me.
You said it was nice.
It was nice.
You could taste it, which means it's not plain. She does not know what plain means. Like, literally everything is plain to you. Like I've said, she can't taste bread.
No.
Those of you who know, and those of you who don't know are going to be like, wait, bread has a taste?
It's just a texture to me.
It has a taste. It tastes like it smells in the shop. It's only when it's fresh.
Yeah, I know, I'm missing out. It does not taste like that at all. It doesn't have a flavour.
How much salt do you need to go with that level of pepper?
Favourite flavour for me? I like things that are spicy. To be honest, the jalapenos are just probably...
She's not very good. Like, asking Mrs. Sick what flavours she likes is almost like asking a blind person what their favourite colour is. Like, it's not really a question that makes a huge amount of sense.
I like jalapenos.
Yeah, but you like the fact that they're spicy.
Yeah, because I can taste them.
But do you... I don't know if you taste the taste of jalapenos.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's not just heat.
From one Brit to another, Merry Christmas. Discovered your channel a few weeks ago. It's been great listening during work. Have a good one. I thought you were saying that you were drinking during work. I don't know where my brain got that piece of information on, but you should. I mean, unless you have to, like, man heavy machinery.
Mace.
You what?
Bear mace tastes like shit.
Bear mace?
I'm assuming it does.
I have heard that people put mace, like, on food.
Well, it is basically capsium. Is it capsium? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my husband. He can't taste anything if it's not spicy, which I fully understand. But like when I was young, I always saw it as like a weakness. Like, I like all levels of cheese, but I like mild cheese because I can taste it, and mild cheese has quite a nice flavour. But I was always criticised by family members, like, "Oh, why do you like mild cheese?" And I was like, I've realised it's because I can taste it. Get good, use scrubs. Just because it tastes of nothing to you doesn't mean it's not good. It's just because you're weak, and I have powerful taste buds that can taste everything. Yeah. So, yeah, tofu has a fairly unpleasant texture. I can imagine.
Spicy is not a taste, it's pain.
It depends how spicy.
It's not painful, though.
Chili cheese. Ooh, Mrs. Sick likes chili cheese. You will not be surprised to hear.
I like things with spice because it allows me to be able to contrast. So I can actually taste things that are milder. Because without spice, I can't taste things that are milder.
Yeah, to be fair, that does seem to be a thing that she will use very, very opposing flavours to actually taste anything.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sick on spices. Sir Sick eats hot food. 2 hours later, Mrs. Sick sucks the spices too. What the fuck? Oh, that's gross. She usually puts spice on it anyway.
What?
They're talking about my penis.
Oh, I won't put it on that.
Would you put chocolate on it?
No, do you realise how long it takes to actually... You'd get bored. You'd play... Like, can I play a game now?
I have portable handhelds. I'd be perfectly happy to play video games whilst getting sucked off for 2 hours. I'll be honest, that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a good evening.
Yeah, but putting chocolate on things, it takes forever to lick it all off.
But would you be bored? Or would you be enjoying the chocolate flavoured cock?
I'd probably get distracted by the game you're playing and watch that.
Well, I guess we have to set things up so that you can see... Like, I'd be lying at an angle, and then you'd be like...
Why don't we just play games together instead?
Well, there is that. Oh, we beat... I beat Resident Evil 4 yesterday. Mrs. Sick was there. But it was really good. I hadn't ever beaten it before. It's the remake, but I'd never beaten the old one, because I got up to a certain point with a certain enemy that's, like, super fucking hard to kill. This was as a kid. I could probably... reasonably easily do it now, but as a kid there was a certain enemy with big spikes in his hands, and you fight one of them, and it was like one of the hardest things I'd ever done in a video game. I was like, whoa, fuck that was awful. And then like 30 minutes later you walk into another room and there's fucking 2 of them, and I was like, I don't need to beat this game.
Does Mrs. Sick have a goosea? How do you supposed to say that?
I don't know. I don't even know where the comment.
I need to look it up. What does that mean?
Mrs. Sick has no taste buds. That's it. Was it Zombie Jesus? What with the spikes? Probably. I'm pretty sure Zombie Jesus is in Resident Evil 4.
Okay. It refers to a total loss of sense of taste caused by infections, medications, or nutritional deficiency. No. It nothing like that. It's just I've always had it ever since I was a kid. I'm not very good at tasting things that are mild. It's just I have a very insensitive tongue. When I was a kid, I would put ketchup on everything because I couldn't taste anything.
Yeah, her family thought she was just ketchup obsessed. It turns out that they were not very into giving tasty foods.
Yeah.
What was the curry? What curry did you have whenever they had curries?
Oh, the first one that my mum actually allowed me to have.
Yeah.
A balti.
Oh, so a proper curry.
Yeah.
Did she just not give you curries before that?
No, she thought it was too spicy for me.
Yeah, she could have been feeding you food you liked for years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. I'm going to be in England next summer to visit a friend in Yorkshire. I'd like to meet you and Mrs. in a pub someplace and buy you whiskey. I'll be honest, mate. Probably not going to happen. Mostly because I'm busy the vast majority of the time. And when I'm not busy, I'm doing other things.
Oh, I have a sensitive sense of smell. I can smell things, and thing is, like, it really bothers me when I smell food, but I can't see it. I need to know what the food is, otherwise it drives me mad.
Oh yeah, I have to announce if I walk in a room, especially with any kind of thing hot food, I have to announce what it is, and then she's fine. If I just start eating something, I'll just see her in the corner of my eye looking over at me with a disgusted look on her face, even if it's something she likes. But be like, what's that smell?
I need context.
Yeah.
If I don't have context, it drives me mad.
Have you tried a tongue scraper? I know it sounds strange, but it's a very real thing. I assume that I guess grazes your tongue slightly and maybe makes it so you can taste more. I feel like that's probably not actually as good an idea as people think it is.
The way I see it, it's probably something to do with that I'm not very good at figuring out what my body wants. Like, I'm very bad at knowing if I need a pee. Or I'm not very good at knowing if I'm gonna vomit until it's right there. So it's probably just something. I'm not very good at tasting flavors because my brain just doesn't know what to do with it.
I'm uncomfortable hearing British people talking about how much they like spices. I don't know anybody who doesn't like spices.
Everyone I
British
know likes
people
spicy
like
food.
spices. Curry is considered the national dish.
Yeah.
All that shit that you see on the internet going, this is what British people think is cuisine. It's like, no.
That's a Mrs. Sick in a maze filled with food smells everywhere. Oh my god, no.
Why would it need to be in a maze?
Because I can't get out.
You're not going to smell your way out anyway, are you?
Oh god, that's making me feel anxious.
Just put her in a room with no exit. It doesn't need to be a maze. Why do you have to complicate things, Alson Murphy?
It just makes it worse, that's why.
You think you're escaping. Oh, that's really funny. I have two big goofy front teeth that act as a tongue scraper. Oh my god. It's for the great videos. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll do one. Not both. I've decided. Just to spite you.
Mushy peas like natto. No, because nattos are made is soybeans.
What? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like mushy peas, but they have to be good ones.
Yeah, I remember now. It's the fermented.
Oh yeah,
soybeans.
Mushy peas are not fermented.
No.
It is literally just.
It's just garden peas that are kind of
garden pea mash.
Yeah.
Basically. I can't eat spicy food. I feel bad for you. Like, some of the best foods are pretty spicy. Like, I fucking love Southern fried chicken. It's not particularly spicy at all. Oh, we tried Popeyes. I don't know if we mentioned this last time, but we got a local Popeyes, and we were like, oh, we've heard that that's supposed to be really good. Oh my god, it was one of the most disappointing meals of my entire fucking life. It didn't fucking taste of anything.
And it was very expensive.
It was pricey as fuck, and it was all texture, which is fine. Like, it tasted of chicken.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah. I was
texture.
so disappointed with that. Do you know how weak it was?
Like when it's all you know how bread tastes crunchy?
Yeah.
And then you get like that soft flavour.
The thing that really sold to me how not any flavour this thing had is it had pickles in it that I could eat. And I don't particularly like pickles, but
I love pickles.
They were the weakest pickles I've ever. They basically tasted like vaguely pickled cucumber, but mostly cucumber. Mushy peas are like half digested peas, nasty.
I live in Mexico, so I always have spice food.
Only if you've chewed them. Demon orb in with the pickles.
I have tried some like more authentic, not Tex-Mex based, but I like some authentic Mexican food, and it was really nice.
Well, Popeyes have a waffle batter chicken strip made with maple honey mustard sauce. Aside from that, any old KFC will do. Maybe if we happen to be passing by and I fucking remember, I might try that and see if it's any good. But yeah, I've just heard loads of people bang on about it being really good. I tried Pepe's before. It's Mexican fast food served in England, but it's all right. We tried Pepe's. We were very disappointed. Again, very little flavour. That had more spice to it, but very little flavour.
It was also like the tortilla that I had. It was really like mushy.
Yeah.
It's like they overfilled it, and it was like it tasted like it was sat there for quite a while because it really absorbed it in. So it was like falling apart.
The best fried chicken in Japan is sold by a convenience store, Konbini Family Mart. That's amazing. So if let's go get the good chicken, and you go to the fucking convenience store. I take it, is it like, I know you can get hot meal, like you can get that in England, but it's like
KFC,
a really depressing thing to do.
Didn't like KFC become a thing for going there for
Oh yeah,
Christmas?
KFC is Japanese Christmas venue.
Yeah.
Like they basically got that on lock, as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I don't think I'm wrong.
Well, Japanese people don't really eat chicken that often.
It's time for Japanese KFC Christmas. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me if it's decent KFC. I hear very good things about Japanese convenience food quality. That's what I was going to say. You can get like hot meals from convenience stores, which you can do over here, but it's almost universally really depressing.
Yeah.
Someone who gets hot food, it will be from a petrol station like mini mart. And that's weird. The only other way you get hot food and it's okay is from like a big supermarket if they have a deli. They'll have a hot section for the deli, and that can be pretty good. But yeah, tomorrow's breakfast: black pud, spicy sausage bacon, fried mushrooms, fried peppers and chili, scrambled egg and garlic, and onion and Tabasco. That sounds like it's gonna blow your arsehole out, I'll be honest. It depends how much actual spice you're using, but yeah. KFC sucks here in the US now. KFC sucks here now.
It has for a long time.
It was okay when me and Mrs. Six started dating, and then it was like really shortly after that.
It just declined
and declined and declined. It fucking nosedived.
Yeah.
And now it's all just dry and a bit crap. So yeah. Merry Christmas from Australia, and it's hot and really muggy Christmas Eve. It's going to be a balmy 39 degrees C on Saturday.
That sounds amazing.
We've been watching a lot of Bondi Rescue recently, and I swear to fuck, 50% of that show is just, it's Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And everyone's on the beach, fucking pissed out of their heads. Fully pissed out of their heads.
Fully pissed out, yeah.
Oh my god, that show is really fun to watch as like a background thing, and just kind of like there seem to be like, if you're gonna be a lifeguard, you're probably not like a bad person, but you're also not like, they're not the brightest guys in the world. I'll be honest. They say some ridiculous shit, and it's really fun.
How long have the six been together? Since 2009.
Too long is the correct answer. Way too long. Oh my god. We've got 2 10-year-olds, for fuck's sake.
Older than that.
And they're very shortly to be taller than Mrs. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
They have been, to be honest, they've been threatening it for like a couple of years now. And they've taken their time to like zoom past you. They shot up to like your nose.
It's because they're getting to puberty now, so they're gonna start like really stacking on the height.
Rocketing up. Yeah. Everything is funny in Australian. It kind of is. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. I got into a car crash one time. I lost the use of my entire left body. I'm all right now. Fuck you, Bruce.
Merry Christmas.
The KFC Christmas bucket is excellent, but it comes in at about $100, and you have to order it weeks in advance and wait when you pick it up. That sounds fucking awful.
Mrs. Sick is a short stack. Yes, I am.
She is.
I'm 5'3".
She is a pretty teeny human. Mm.
Good luck with teenagers, you parents.
We'll see.
They're not that bad, our kids.
They're really, generally, really good kids.
Wait till they discover
messy.
high heels. No, they wouldn't. They would never wear high heels.
I don't think they have
like
the
me.
coordination.
They're like a newborn fawn when same as me. I do not do heels.
Anybody
at all.
who's ever read the book Mort, the description of teenagers as being all knees very much applies
accurate,
to them. Yeah, they're not big fans of physical education at school. Like literally, they now have the option to skip it most of the time because they're just not those kinds of people.
They like science.
Have a merry Dumbmass. Does that mean I need to invite Kirk Cameron over?
Oh God!
If you could get Kirk Cameron to come over to your house, I feel like you should just to do it.
Just for the memes.
Just for the memes. I hear that both him and his boyfriend, I can't remember his name, with the mustache.
He'll come
Rob?
No.
Roy?
No.
Brent.
You're close though. He's
Ray Comfort.
There you go.
I've heard both him and Kay Romford. Fuck you. I've heard both of them are excellent company. Like they go onto streams and stuff, and I see people. Oh, it's a really nice guy, really nice. Oh, they're really lovely to you, to your face, and that's kind of the point. It's like, yeah, like that's their job. Their job is to make you like feel at ease until they can trick you into being a Christian. But like, listen to their opinions when they're not talking to you, and they're kind of shit. They're not great people. But I hear that they'd be probably decent guests. Especially if they started talking about Jesus and you went, oh, can you give it a rest? They probably would. Wait, I saw something about a ciggy. I remember Wimpies. Wimpy chips, always soggy. My fondest memories when drunk in the early 80s. I mean, I was quite young in the early 80s, so I'm just imagining a very, very pissed toddler. Was watching two older ladies cooking my meals while smoking a ciggy over it. Oh my god, that's the same thing with... I
remember those days.
What was the one... There was that fucking... that doesn't seem to exist anymore, but it was like a roadside cafe. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Shit, that's going to bother the crap out of me. But I don't think that exists anymore in the UK.
A roadside cafe?
It was a big chain of roadside cafes.
You mean Little Chef?
Yeah, Little Chef.
Yeah.
Do they exist anymore?
No, they don't exist anymore.
I've been there like twice, and all I can remember is that they had sausages. I can't even remember if they were good.
I used to go there when I was I was in the wagon with my dad when he was working.
Happy eater, stubby cook. Are we just making stuff up now? Get yourself down to Roasters. Their beans are excellent. Like, I'm not a huge fan of beans. Some beans are okay. Whiskey beans are really good, I'll be honest. You get some beans, right, and you add whiskey to it, and then you eat it, and then you get fucking shit-faced. Is he an adulterer? I can't imagine one person wanting to be with him, much less someone cheating with him. Oh, you're talking about Ray Comfort. I thought you were talking about me. I was like, A, no, and B, why is this so mean? Have a good holiday and drink a good one. I'm smoking a blunt. Good for you. All the ball slapping sounds are distracting when evangelicals stop talking. Jesus. I love talking to Christians dressed as Deadpool in church. I mean, you would. Are the Christians all dressed as Deadpool? Because that's definitely going to be a bit weird. My first time in Suffolk, I got to see an old Happy Eater sign. Oh my goodness. I mean, some of those things. I miss the Pizza Huts with the building, with that specific building. I haven't seen one of those in many years. No, wait, there's one. I think there's one that's like a different brand, but they've done so much to make it not look like that anymore. I was watching something about how pretty much all fast food places now, if they build a new building, they make it look as generic as possible, which is why all of the new ones look as generic as possible, because they want to keep the resale value, because at the end of the day it's still fucking property, isn't it? Yeah, I do really enjoy seeing buildings that are clearly used to be Pizza Huts be all sorts of other shit. I don't even know why they did that. That seems like an odd thing. Let's make our buildings really distinct. It's like, but you have signage. If people can't tell that you're a Pizza Hut without recognizing the building, you fucking failed at signage. Best fast food franchise. Franchises, no idea. There's some pretty good fast food places near us. There was one who used to deliver to us, did an amazing chicken burger that both me and Mrs. Sick really liked. It used to come sliced in half, and it was like super fucking fancy. And then they stopped delivering to us. It felt like really personal. We hadn't done anything.
It was really good. Yeah, it was actually fresh ingredients, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is actually a nice burger."
Oh, to be frank, they didn't stop delivering to our house. They stopped delivering to, they like shortened their catchment area. But yeah, the chips were really good, and the burgers were amazing. And then we stopped being able to have it. I've kind of gotten over.
Send him a very sternly worded letter.
We found one place that does really nice chips that still delivers to us. But I'm kind of over the chips. I used to be really into it. And now I'm like, Mrs. Sick enjoys they do like a loaded chips, which has basically chunks of chicken, jalapenos, some sort of house sauce.
It's hot sauce.
Is it just hot sauce or is it house sauce?
It's hot sauce.
Okay.
That's why I like it.
Yeah. So it's covered in that, and she eats the shit out of that. That makes her very, very happy. To me, their burgers are just a bit. They're not flavorful enough. But
they're not the loaded chip.
Yeah, but I'm not particularly keen on anything they do. They do milkshakes, which are nice. But yeah. In my old town in South Dakota, the best pizza place was at a gas station. No, I am not kidding. I've heard that there's like a whole. I can't remember if it was America or if it was Canada, but there's like a pizza thing that is in gas stations where they have like an oven that you can put the pizzas in, and it's really nice. I don't know if I'm remembering that wrong, but apparently those are pretty amazing. The S in 6 stands for Scoville, apparently. Yeah, people used to think that I didn't like spice because Mrs. Sick thinks that thought I didn't like spice. But it turned out that I just like more foods than she does. It's like I don't have to eat the spicy thing to taste things, so I'll eat everything. But I'm perfectly happy with spice.
No, last time I made something spicy.
Last time you made something spicy, the problem wasn't spice. The problem was it tasted bad. No offense, but it didn't.
I put chili sauce in it.
It tasted too there was too much of like one flavor. I wasn't like, oh, this is too hot for me. I
put different
didn't like the taste.
I put different herbs in it, and then I put chili in it.
But you put a ton of everything in it.
No.
So it was an overwhelming flavor. To me, what you made was like when I make something that has a subtle flavor, except the opposite. So you couldn't taste it. I could taste too much, and I couldn't discern any flavors. I then took some cheese and put it on top, and it tasted great. So it had that comparative effect. Didn't you put some cheese on it and prefer it?
You said it would taste so much better, so I'd put some on. And I went, yeah, it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Because I can actually taste the cheese.
Yeah. No offense, like we have an honesty policy when it comes to food. We don't want to poison each other, and we don't want to feed each other stuff that we hate. Just to clarify, when you say chips, you mean deep fried strips of potato, not crispy fried slices of potato. I do mean fries, but chips are chips. What you're talking about, slices, that's a crisp. Hey, Sick, have you and your wife had pineapple in your pizza? In our pizza? What are you, fucking insane?
Not his wife, and yes, I like pineapple on pizza.
No, they said in. There's no on in that sentence.
What do you mean in?
I don't know, but I think this is some kind of serial
you mean like
killer.
Under the cheese?
Yeah, that would be disgusting.
What's
wrong with you?
I don't know. Either way, it doesn't bother me.
That we have a local pizza place, and one of Mrs. Sick's favorite is barbecue sauce, pineapple, jalapenos, and chicken. Is it?
It's chicken, peppers.
Yeah.
And bacon.
But it has pineapple in it, and she likes it.
Big chunky onions. Oh,
I'm not bothered by the pineapple on pizza thing, but I wouldn't pick it. Like if I had, I'm a meat feast guy, really.
I like it because
the more different types of meat you can get on it, the better. I like to have meat in my mouth. I'll be honest, it's great. Food science: cheese contains glutamate ions suspended along with salt. Melt and mix it, and you release the MSG. Okay. Also, is that food science or is that cooking? Sounds like cooking to me. Pineapple in the crust. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be into that.
No, I don't know about that.
That'd be pretty fucking rank, I'll be honest. Pineapple on pizza was invented in Canada. They would. Those bastard. A packet of crisps. Yes, that is what a packet of chips would be. I did air quotes then without giving it away in any way, shape, or form. I could do pineapple on pizza, but I never order it for myself. So you could do other people's pineapple on pizza. Oh, well, I don't really like pineapple on pizza, but since it's yours, oh, no.
The only reason I like it is because I can taste it. There's a lot of things I can't taste. So
pineapple is necessary to bring out the meat flavor.
That's what I said.
But what if you're just having pineapple on pizza? There is no meat on a pineapple pizza, is there? I can't remember it's Hawaiian ham.
Ham and pineapple.
Yeah. And wait, if it's called a Hawaiian, why was it invented in fucking Canada, apparently? This seems... I've got a lot of questions.
Because it's a tropical fruit.
That sounds like the worst pizza ever. She fucking loves it. It's one of her favourite. I guess because it's got lots of flavours on it.
Well, are you even listening to me?
Am I listening to you for what?
I keep saying, like, it's because I can actually taste it. And you're like, never mind.
I swear she's trying to communicate with me, but I just don't understand.
Oh my god.
It's a bag, not a packet. What, a bag of crisps? I think they can be a bag or a packet. Is it or is it not packaging? You don't have a pizza with just pineapple. That wouldn't be right. To be honest, when I started reading that comment earlier, I thought they said it brings out the melt flavor, which I really like the concept of. It's like the melted cheese doesn't taste like melted cheese until you've got pineapple on it. Come on. I love Hawaiian with anchovies. No joke, it's good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of anchovies. And Mrs. Sick is not a fan of the fishy flavour, even if it's a strong flavour. I mean, especially.
It's not that. It's just they have eyes.
You could have anchovies without eyes.
I've just, one of my biggest problems with seafood is they tend to have eyes, and it bothers me. And it's like prawns. When you look at prawns, and you're just like, nope. Or shrimp, nope.
Pineapple is necessary on pizza to signal the people at the table next to you that you're bonkers.
I will accept that.
Yeah, she's got no problem with people being terrified of the crazy pineapple person.
If people leave me alone, that's good.
Pineapple, jalapeno, mushroom, and ham. Perfection. She does not like the mushrooms. It's a texture thing.
I don't like. They're very rubbery. They're horrible.
Gammon and pineapple is very good. Well, that's not a pizza. That's like a whole other thing. And I assume it's fine. I mean, is gammon not just a big ham? Like I've had to question this many times. Gammon is just like thick ham. You can even cook it. It's almost bacony in its sort of presentation, although it isn't. But yeah, I mean, I do like a bit of gammon. Delicious. The only magical fat man I allow in my life. Everything's always funnier, but strangely blurry and disorienting. Oh my god, I can't. Disorienting on the days we receive the gift of sick. You're even getting sick on. You're going to be sick on Christmas Day. There's a video. It's already lined up to publish. I probably won't be commenting on it, but it depends. If I'm drunk at that point, I'll be like, oh, I should definitely be commenting, blah, 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 blah. But we'll see. Someone complained that pizza they bought from a supermarket did not have any toppings. They simply had the pizza upside down. I've seen that in many forms. There's a video of it, of someone sat and they're about to call the place. And the guy's like, babe, no, babe, just let me. And he flips it over and goes, and she's like, oh, that makes sense. I'm not sure I believe it. It takes some considerable effort to open a pizza upside down. Like, there's a little flap that the only way to get into it is to get your finger under the flap.
If you've never had a pizza delivered.
Yeah. So I think it's just, I think it's staged. But if their partner is that stupid, that's hilarious. There was the thing when someone was trying to paint over shadows. I think that one was real. That's a very good little video. They're like trying to cover the. It's like, why is this darker than the rest? They're putting like white paint down. Haha! I made it to another one. Why? They're not good. They're still not good. Gammon is from a pig's arse. Bacon is from a pig's back. But they're not that dissimilar. It's like all the same animal. Like, most of them taste. It's more about the sort of mouthfeel more than anything with most cuts of an animal.
I'm not really big on pork, though.
Fish eyes are the least of your worries if the oil was used in a paddy pizza pie. What is a paddy pizza pie? Freeze pizza is the saddest pizza is. Don't remove the plastic, it adds to flavour.
Oh my god.
I've had good frozen pizza, and I've had many, many, many bad ones, including the fact that as a kid, I was just never taught how to cook a pizza, and it took me a while to learn that you have to read the instructions and not turn it on maximum heat and not just leave and go do something else for hours. So you come back and there's just a big black disc in the fucking thing. But, you know, my parents were very odd people. They used to just assume that I knew everything. It's like, and then treat me like I thought I knew everything when I knew I didn't. I don't know. Parents are weird like that sometimes. But yeah, I burnt a lot of pizzas before I learned to read instructions. It is how it works.
I spent a whole hour talking about food.
That seems so unusual for us. We've never done that before. I much prefer steaks or spaghetti. I can actually give you a spaghetti recipe that's pretty simple if you'd like. You could, but we're not going to remember it. So, You know, do with that what you will. Someone in here might like it, so you go for it. Do you want your pizza sliced in 6 or 8? 6. I'm not hungry enough to eat 8 slices. Yeah, I've always liked that concept. The same magical, mystical animal. Yeah, delicious. All of them. I can't help it. I know I've had vegans mad at me for saying I like the taste of things, but I do. That's like one of the important bits. If they were gross, I wouldn't eat them. 6 parents, sink or swim, laddie. Kinda. They didn't properly teach me how to iron things either. So the first time I ever used an iron on my own, I had cheap school trousers, which were a not insignificant degree of polyester, and I melted them. And I didn't know how or why that had happened. And I felt like I'd done something wrong, which I had. But yeah, one of the lessons I learned from my parents is to teach your kids more than once. They will not fucking remember. You could have taught them something. Watch them do it. Like, if you teach them to do something, then watch them do it until you're confident they can do it on their own. Don't teach once and then walk away. It's madness. Yeah. I'll be completely honest. My parents, you know, I generally love them as far as I am legally required to. But they did some really stupid shit. My God. I think that they would agree, they would admit to that now. But yeah, at the time, it's like fucking kind of wildernessy sometimes. You know, they fed and clothed and they didn't beat me, as far as I remember, unless I've repressed that. I don't know. We should move on to Xmas present you bought yourself because your family ignore your threats. I haven't bought myself anything for Christmas. I would love to buy myself a Retroid Pocket 5. That's what I really want. But I'm not going to out of nowhere.
You said that to me. You went, "Babe, do you want to get me a Christmas present?"
Yeah, I did. I gave her advice on a Christmas present. She didn't take it, obviously, but...
Well, if you want to get it, get it. It's just make sure you do it when, you know, like it's better planned out.
If vegans get mad at me, I eat them.
Okay.
I think that might be crime. I think that's a crime. The only other way I can get something for myself is if I ask chat for money and they give me enough money, then I can order it then and there. That tends to be kind of the rule, doesn't it? Hint, hint, no. You don't have to do anything. I would be super grateful, but you don't have to do anything. I'm an obligate carnivore, and I'm not ashamed. You are not an obligate carnivore. I mean, even if you have a medical issue, that's like a categorization for a fucking, like, species-wide. Don't remember you lived under 6. Wait, what? In the vein of measure twice, cut once, teach once, watch the house burn down. Yeah, that's kind of how it felt. Like, looking back, the amount of stupid shit I did because I was just told, oh, just do it. Yeah.
Or you get the one where you were never taught how to do it, but you were expected to know how to do it.
Oh yeah, literally never being told anything.
Yeah,
and then
I get
your
that
parents
one a lot.
like, how come you can't do X? And you're like, because I'm not fucking psychic? Because I don't have, like, mind powers?
Because I'm really crap with numbers. I wasn't able to tell the time for a long time. And my mum just assumed that I knew how to do it. And when she realised that I couldn't, she was so baffled by the idea.
I actually remember learning how to read time because there was a reward, which should have been like a way to figure out that I have ADHD, but at the time that wasn't ADHD. That was just something they don't know. But yeah, like what I thought was a nice watch turned out that it wasn't. My grandparents they see watches as valuable inherently, and then will buy the cheapest fucking watch, and then wonder why you're not that impressed with the fucking... what did they get me that one time? They get me a watch that was, like, branded to the cheapest, shittiest, like... I'm trying to think of the brand, but I can't off the top of my head. But it was I'd seen it in a pound shop. It wasn't a pound in the pound shop, but it wasn't like the way they presented it as if they'd spent like 200 on me, which they clearly hadn't. I'd seen it in the shop. I knew how much it was worth. And it wasn't worth £200 when it was new. It was probably like 30. But yeah, Casio. Not a Casio watch. It was metal, but it was like a sports brand, but one of the really shit ones. And which made the watch inherently worse. Just to look at it, it made it look cheap.
Dyscalculia, probably.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm ungrateful, but I am an ingrate. I am very critical of when people, the concept of it's the thought that counts. That is true. And if the thought was, fuck this guy, then I'm going to feel slightly offended by your gift that shows that you don't give a shit about me. You are allowed to be offended when someone buys you something that is just the reverse of you as a human being. You are allowed to be annoyed. When I had a conversation with my mother that I absolutely hate onesies and I really, really hate being hot. Like, I am a person who produces immense amounts of heat.
You have a fan in practically every room.
Yeah, I have to have fans pointed at me if I remain stationary for long time periods. Otherwise, I feel super uncomfortable. Yeah, and she bought me a furry gorilla onesie. And also, it was too small for me. And so, yeah, that was like one of the worst things. She didn't buy it as a joke. She bought it specifically as a nice thing, as a fun thing in her head. I was like, I can't have this. And I thought it was a dressing gown, which I'd really wanted and had hinted at. So yeah, it's one of those things. I still feel ungrateful. I still think about it. I've brought it up on stream more times than I'd like to admit. But yeah, I have a knockoff Rolex. So here's the thing. If you buy yourself a knockoff Rolex, that's absolutely fine. If someone buys you a knockoff Rolex, they're an asshole. Unless you've literally asked for it. Yeah, what a weird thing to do. Especially if you try and...
Because my dad's really into watches. He was telling me that you can't just buy a Rolex.
What do you mean you can't just buy a Rolex?
You can't just go to a random watch shop and just buy one.
Oh, if you want to buy a new Rolex, you buy it from Rolex.
You have to get it from Rolex. Yeah. So they have this alternative called Tudor, which you can get in other places. It's like a cheaper version of Rolex, but he said it's basically like it's very similar. But he said he went to go and have a look at one, and he said it was like 18 grand or something.
It's not a Christmas stream until Sick brings up the gorilla ones.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, as I've said many times before, I don't hold grudges, I harbour them. Oh, a football. I can stick this on the bookshelf as a bookend for the thousands of books that keep me from going outside ever, I guess. I just think some bookends would do you some pretty good. You'd be quite happy with that. I feel like there's lots of things my family could get me. To be fair, my mum has absolutely nailed it this year. She bought me not one, but 2 bottles of whiskey. 2 different types that I had said I had liked, so she bought me both. To be fair, not as expensive as the bottle of champagne I buy her every year. Because I was like, my mum's favourite drink is Veuve Clicquot, but she's never ever going to buy it for herself, so I just buy her a bottle of that every year now. It's one of those things. I think that's also a really good gift for people. If you know someone really likes something that they just never get for themselves, as long as it's not like actually stupidly expensive, just get them that. Easy. Ooh, whiskey is a great gift. Yeah. Less good was Mrs. Sick's sister bought me some cinnamon. It was Tennessee Fire, the cinnamon flavored Jack Daniels, which I like as a drink. It's fine. As a chocolate bar, it's fucking gross. Like, it's genuinely gross. I've never liked any alcohol infused chocolate. I haven't found one that's like nice, except if it's Bailey's. If it's Bailey's, it's usually pretty good. But other than that, yeah. Sorry that. And I looked it up, and it's actually quite expensive for what it is. It's like £8 for a bar of fucking chocolate, and for bad chocolate. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pretend I liked that. Anyway, it is time for us to fuck off. We have to go tidy because we're having guests tomorrow. We're having guests twice, and I'm working most of the day. So that's gonna be really fucking interesting. And then and then we get Christmas off, and then more work, and then a weekend. So that'll be good. Anyway, thanks for coming, and we'll catch you in the one after Christmas, I guess. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, on the 30th.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Have a good one. Have fun. Eat your family. Bye.